Thank you. By the names of Kwizera Emely, I'm going to talk about three questions. First question talks about what is the foundation of culture. First, the foundation of culture. These are values and beliefs, values, norms. These are the values each culture must have. For example, in Rwanda, I can say that we have values and norms which shows our culture. For example, wearing, passing in the road without wearing. According to Rwandan culture, this norm, these are the norms. There is nowhere you can find that you can't go. You can't leave your house without clothes. But in Rwanda, our culture is just going with clothes. Also, there is another foundation which is language and communication. As you know, in Rwanda we have like Kinyarwanda, which always says that when we are considering our culture, we say that at Nyarwanda, our language is the basic of our culture. There is also what you call tradition and rituals. These are the traditions every culture has. For example, in Rwanda, according to our culture, we have different tradition and rituals like uh, I can say like guterekera and kuraguza. These are the rituals which describe our culture. There is also what we call art and music. For example, I can say like art in Rwanda, we have making ports and the weaving. These are the arts which describe well our culture. There is also what you call history and collective memory. According to our culture, like in Rwanda, I'm using the culture of Rwanda as the one no better. For example, we have the history of the foundation of our country. So the culture is built on our history. For example, when we say that the Rwanda was discovered by Gihanga Ngomijana, so our culture is based on our history. The second question says about similarity between Africa and the European culture. Both culture respect human dignity. For example, both recognize worth of human being, like concept of Ubuntu in Africa and in European. They both highlight the human right. Also, both culture are based on virtue ethics. Both involves building virtue like wisdom, courage, justice, and others. On the difference, I can say that African ethics incorporate the beliefs, tradition, and guidance of ancestral spirituality, which is less than in European culture. Also, I can say that in African culture, we always used to undermine women, while in European, there is something like gender balance. Also, uh, the third question, it says that how I define rights and duties according to law and ethics. According to law, rights, these are entitlement or justified claim to certain kind of negative or positive treatment from others and support from others. While duties, these are obligations or responsibility individual has to fulfill or protect or to respect the right of others. So, according to law, if you fail to follow these duties, to respect these duties, you resulted with the legal consequences. Also, I can say that on ethics, the right, these are moral entitlement or claims individual group have based on moral principles and values. Uh, while duties, these are moral obligation or responsibilities individual have to respect, protect, or fulfill the right of others. Also, there is question number 4. It says about concept of ubuntu. This is concept of ubuntu is mainly originated from South Africa. It closely related to broader idea of bottle. It influenced ethical thinking in many African philosophical and cultural traditions, as it emphasizes the interconnection of all people and nations and yeah, with the like slogan used is that I'm people because we are people. So this concept emphasizes on idea that individuals has responsibility to broader community, not to himself. In ethical, how this improves our critical thinking. So we know in ethical dilemma about concepts say to consider impact of one action according to Ubuntu concept, we consider the impact of one action according to a being of community rather than considering the own life of individuals. So thank you for having me. That's what all I done. So thanks.